your business been affected by COVID-19? The Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center is available to assist entrepreneurs and small businesses in the U.S. Virgin Islands. The VISBDC is sustained by the University of the Virgin Islands and the U.S. Small Business Administration and collaborates with local agencies to support the small business community. The VISBDC is nationally accredited and provides free consulting, business education training, and technical assistance. Attend workshops with subject matter experts from both the public and private sector. From idea generation to exit strategies, the staff at the VISBDC is ready to assist you. Now is the time to contact them, so don't wait. Call or email them to find out how they can help your business grow and succeed.
Evening and welcome to the last in the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority webinar series. My name is Mary Jo Williams and I'll be your moderator facilitator for today's session. The VISBDC has collaborated with the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority to present this series of webinars to help you take your business to the next level. Let me introduce to you our presenter for this evening. Our presenter is Ms. Monique Samuel, and she has dedicated 18 years to the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority's Economic Development Bank. She currently serves as a managing director. She is a proactive leader who has dedicated her career to building transparent relationships that ultimately help businesses identify positive financial solutions that fit their needs. Ms. Samuel's responsibilities include assessing and improving the customer experience, managing the risk of the loan portfolio, managing a team of 4 employees, establishing new leads, partnering with public and private organization stakeholders to fulfill the mission, goals, analyzing loan requests, providing oversight of the incubator program, and leading the development of the program. And leading the development of entrepreneurial opportunities for business operating throughout the territory. Ms. Samuel holds a Master's of Business Administration in Management, a Bachelor of Business Administration with a specialization in General Business Administration, and an Associate's in Arts in Business Administration with a concentration in business, all attained at American Intercontinental University. Additionally, Ms. Samuel is a certified public manager, which was attained through the University of the Virgin Islands. And without any further delay, I present to you Ms. Monique Samuel to discuss the Farmers and Fishers Loan Program. Ms. Samuel, the floor is yours.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you, Mary Jo, for that great intro, and thank you to the Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center for hosting this webinar on the Economic Development Bank's Farmers and Fishers Loan Program. I am Monique Samuel, Managing Director of the Economic Development Bank, and your presenter this evening. Thank you for attending. This evening, as I mentioned, I'll be presenting you with information on our Farmers and Fishers Loan Program. The Government Development Bank and the Small Business Development Agency provides technical support, business counseling, and guidance to small businesses in our territory. In May 2014, the Economic Development Bank was enacted by law to assume the functions of the Government Development Bank and the Small Business Development Agency. The Economic Development Bank provides loans to existing and startup businesses, thereby creating and maintaining jobs in the territory, and responsible for the credit administration of its loan portfolio. For the Farmers and Fishermen Loan Program, the maximum financing that we could provide under that program is $50,000. The maximum term that we can provide for this financing is 5 years. The interest rate is set at 4%, and the applicant must have the necessary license to engage in commercial fishing or farming. And for an applicant to be eligible under this program, they must have been fishing or farming for at least 3 years preceding the date of an application for financing. An applicant under this program may use the funds to purchase equipment, inventory, to purchase supplies, livestock, if they're a farmer, use the funds for working capital, to purchase their irrigation system, and transportation. Transportation for us is what takes the farmer or fisherman to and from their process to operate their business. For this program is a very simple program. What we require for our documentation is a business plan. Within the business plan, you will highlight the nature of the business, talk a little bit about you as the manager, your employees that you will hire, or the employees that are already on board. You'll also describe the products or services that you offer, how you're going to use the monies within the business plan. You'll include as well your projections for 3 years, estimates or quotes for how the funds will be used, and the necessary corporate information that you use to operate the business. If the business is a sole proprietor, then you provide us with the business license. If you're an LLC, you provide us with the corporate documents and so forth. That makes up your business plan proposal. We also issue an application, and our application is basically roughly 6 pages. If you're in business already, it's an existing business, you provide us the last 3 years tax returns. If not, then you would provide us the projections. Also, as I mentioned, a business license, your corporate documents. If you're operating from a location and that location requires a lease, you're already in business and you have a lease agreement, then you produce that agreement as well. If not, and you intend to lease a potential location, a potential commercial space, then you can present along with your package a letter of intent to lease that space. Within that letter of intent, it should describe the location, the physical address, what is being negotiated for the monthly lease term, as well as what length of term you have negotiated for that space, whether it be a year, 2, 3, or so forth. And as I mentioned before, quotes to support the loan proceeds. Under this program, we also require collateral. It can be developed or undeveloped real estate, as well as acceptable business assets. And your business assets could include your boat, your transportation that you use to and from market. If you're in possession of a taxi medallion, you can also present that as well as your collateral. For this program, you definitely require a bank decline letter. You must apply through a local bank here in the Virgin Islands, be declined, in order for you to be eligible under the Fishers and Farmers Loan Program. If the bank declines this application, that's where you can begin the process here at the Economic Development Bank. There are other programs, I like to mention the other programs that we do have available in the event you are an existing fisherman or a farmer, or even a startup. There are other programs that you meet the eligibility under, and there are a microcredit loan program that we can go up to $50,000. Our development loan program, we can go up to $500,000. If you're a fisherman or a fisher or a farmer and you're established in the district of Frederiksted, we do have our Frederiksted loan program that goes up to a maximum of $20,000. We also have our small business development loan program that go up to $100,000. Our Economic Development Administration loan program, maximum of $75,000. Our intermediary relending loan program up to $100,000. And of course, if you're one of those larger farmers or fishermen and you're in a position where you can obtain bank financing and the bank is willing to provide that financing and they're also willing to approach us for a credit guarantee, we have our state small business credit initiative program that we can provide up to 50% guarantee on that lender's loan amount. There are other type of businesses. I'd also like to mention the other type of businesses that are eligible through our program: arts and craft, tourism, technical, professionals, retail, restaurant, taxi operators, laundromats, and such other businesses as the board may determine is in the best interest of the development of the Virgin Islands. But specifically, my presentation this evening is on the Fishers and Farmers Loan Program. This is the end of my presentation. And if you'd like to contact our office, we can be reached by telephone at 340-714-1700. That is our St. Thomas office located at 8000 Niski Shopping Center. And if you would like to reach us via email, you can reach us at edbloanapplication@usvieda.org or email us directly at info@usvieda.org. And if you'd like to contact me directly, Monique Samuel, you can contact me via email at mtsamuel@usvieda.org. And I also work out of the St. Croix office. I serve the territory, but my main location is the number 4 King Street. That's here on St. Croix in Frederickstead. And our office telephone number is 340-773-6499. Thank you.
All right.
Mary Jo, turning it back over to you.
Okay, Ms. Monique Samuel, that was short and sweet and to the point. All righty. Lots of good information. And if you want to be a farmer or a fisherman, the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority is the place to go to help you with some financing assistance. Now, at this point, we're going to open our floor for questions. You can raise your hand and we'll acknowledge you, and you can ask your question online or you can put it in the chat. And while we're waiting for you to do that, I want to let folks know that they can visit our upcoming webinars next week. We have the last in our Grow with Google webinar series, which is Launch Your Business with Customer Focused Marketing. That's on Tuesday the 23rd at 2 p.m. At 11 a.m. on Tuesday the 23rd, we have the last of our webinars with the SBA COVID-19 Relief Program updates. And then on the 7th of December, we have webinar Tuesdays with SBA, preparing for the next disaster. And our last webinar for the calendar year will be on December the 9th. And that webinar is the importance of soft skills in the U.S. Virgin Islands. So we have 4 more webinars after tonight for this calendar year. And we look forward to having all of you guys join us. And at this point, do we have any questions for Ms. Monique Samuel? One question that I have, Monique.
There's also one in the chat as well.
Okay, I missed that one, sorry. Okay, the one in the chat is, how do you market these opportunities to the farming community?
Yes, our farmers and fishermen or our programs are marketed every opportunity we get to partner. Whether we have airtime, we do the traditional way of marketing. We also join through market our programs via the webinar. We also rely on word of mouth referrals. And from time to time, when we get the opportunity, when we partner with other agencies, we also rely on their assistance as well. And of course, the Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center.
Right, great. So anytime and every time you get a chance to talk about the Farmer Fisherman Program, you take advantage of that. Oh, you're muted, Ms. Monique.
Yes, and as well, if let's say, for example, we come in contact with anyone that is a farmer or a fisherman, or we visit the farmer's market or even a fisher's market and so forth, we also utilize that opportunity to talk about the Farmers and Fishers program.
All
And a
right.
lot of the farmers and fishers are the ones that that's been around for some time is also familiar with our program as well.
Okay, cool. And for farmers and fishermen, if they need more than $50,000, can they apply for some of the other loan programs?
They certainly can. Our programs, the maximum amount that we can finance to any single borrower is up to 500,000. So even if I presented the information in the farmers and fishers loan program specifically, there are other programs where we can tap into for funding, providing we do not exceed the maximum loan limit that we can lend to any single borrower up to 500,000. So they definitely can apply, and we will then work the math on our end.
Okay, cool. All right. So 50,000 is there, but if they need more than that, they can justify it with their business plan. You can use some of the other loan programs to help them to achieve that, whatever that magic number is, up to
Yes.
$500,000.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Providing, just as you mentioned, once they provide that there is a need for those funds, as well as the repayment, yes, they are eligible to apply up to that amount. And of course, we do have other eligibility criteria, as I mentioned within my presentation. For the farmers loan, particularly farmers and fisher loan, this program in itself, they must have been farming or fishing for 3 years preceding the date of the application for financing. If they have not been fishing up to 3 years, then there are other programs that we will, we will more or less direct them to. They would just not be eligible under the direct program of the Farmers and Fisher Loan Program, but we do have other programs that they will meet the eligibility, whether they have been fishing for a year, 6 months, or even as a startup.
Okay, cool. Very good, very good. All right. Well, there's another opportunity to ask questions. I'll allow you time to put them in the chat, but in the interim, I will let folks know that they can visit the SBDC at www.visbdc.org, our website, to register for upcoming webinars. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Google My Business, or you can even download the VISBDC app from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store for your personal device. So we're trying to make it possible for you to access the information that the Virgin Islands Small Business Development Center has available from just about anywhere. And if you go to our website and click on the resources page, there's a ton of information there available in terms of resources. Okay, and then also on our webpage, you can click on advising if you want to use the counseling services of the SBDC. Our counseling services are free and confidential. And you can also click on training to sign up for one of our upcoming training programs. Okay. Ms. Monique, it looks like you answered all of their questions, because I don't see anything in the chat and nobody's raising their hands. So I guess you get a shot at a late early dinner. So on behalf of our State Director, Mr. Ted Gutierrez, we want to thank you all for joining us for today's presentation. We want to thank Ms. Monique Samuel for her very informative information about the loan program that's available through the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority, especially the Farmer and Fishers Loan Program. And on behalf of our staff that works in St. Thomas as well as St. Croix, we want to thank you all for joining us this evening. And we look forward to seeing you next week in one of our webinars. Thank you very much and have a good evening.